We are here today with Erik Hamrén, a former Swedish manager and football player, most known for the role of coaching the Swedish national team and the Icelandic national team. But you have a long background of successful coaching jobs in football and world football, and you also have a background as a. Well, tell us more about that. Why are you here, and why are you interested in understanding the body, and why are you interested in fascia clinics?
Yeah. I had to stop playing football when I was 18 because of a really serious knee injury. So I've been a coach for over 40 years in the top level in Sweden, Denmark, Norway, South Africa, and Iceland. So that's my story. But I also been a physical teacher, and when you're studying to be a physical teacher, you learn a lot of the body, of course, but we were never talking about the fascia. So when I heard it the first time from Hans Bolin when we met, I was okay. This explains a lot of my thoughts also, because I've had players during my time with injuries or problem with some part of the body, and I was been thinking maybe it's because of something else in the body, not the, example, if you have problem with your back, maybe it's something else that's the problem, but it feels in the back. So that's why I was really interested in this when I met Hans for the first time, and then I met you and all of you in the fascia clinics, and learn more, and I'm sure this would be really good for the football players, for because we want the players to be healthy and not be injured, and this is, in my opinion, a really good thing for that.
But you've been a coach for 40 years, or actually since '87. Have you seen a growing trend towards looking at mobility, relaxation, treatment in your profession?
Yeah, that's for sure, because the intensity in the matches, and also the loads of matches is much more now than for 40 years. Of course, it's the last 10 years a huge difference. So yeah, clubs, especially if you have the money to do it, they are really good to try to get the players so as healthy as possible. I've seen also increasing in nutrition, if you compare with years after, and this, because the body of a football player are really tough now. That it's would say it's yeah, a lot of pressure on the bodies, and then you need to take care of your body if you can play and make some results now, and also if you're going to have a longer career, not a short career.
Me myself, as a huge fan of world football, I've been following teams regularly since basically all my life, and I wonder if there is a trend towards looking at maximizing all aspects now, because the competition is so high, because you do more maximum intense run, because you have more physical games, because you have a higher tempo. But if you look at 10 years ago, the physical prime players like Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Cristiano Ronaldo, they were almost seen like anomalies, like they were too extreme. But if you look at players today, most players actually care a lot about what they eat, how they behave, what they drink, how they sleep, and how they train as well. Do you see trend of clubs looking at always investigating new things to find a new edge to be better in at the highest level?
Yeah, of course, because yeah, players cost a lot and so on, and then you also need to you want to use them as much as possible, and if you see players. Yeah, when I started as a coach, you played until you were 30 maximum and so on. But now you see players up to 40, and they want to play as long as possible, and they also think what is good for me, what can I do? So as you said, the taking care of the body, including everything, is much more important now than it was 10-20 years ago. So the clubs also looking how can we do to take care of the players more. Nutrition, for example, in the clubs now much better than only 5 years ago, and I think if they know this knowledge now, I know about the fascia, they should also change in those things. But everything new, it takes some time before new things is accepted, if I say so, and that's the challenge now with everything and with the fascia. But I'm sure if we have a talk in 5 or 10 years later, this is normal. This is, in my opinion, this is really good, and it will be important in the future.
So if you have these clubs looking for a new ways to improve health, if they were to find fascia treatment, because they are searching for it, if they were to find this type of treatment, how would that type of treatment benefit them? Why is this a good treatment for elite athletes to look into?
Because it's a little other way to see about the pressure in the body, and if I have problem on the special place on the body, they also get learning. Yeah, maybe it's the other side I need to work with, and not the muscle I have a problem with. So it's this is for me really important to have the knowledge of that, and also the way you treat, because every human being, including a football player, if it's nice to have the treatment, it's easy to take it, and that's fantastic with the way you treat the fascia with the machine, because it's nice to have the treatment, and you can feel the it's working, but you don't need to have pain to do it. So that's also one of the reasons I think this will be really good and positive in the future when they have learned it, of course.
When we talk about fascia, we usually, to explain the easiest way possible, is like it's the shock absorber of the body, and it's to release the pressure in the body. And if you see at high level football today, do you think it's more pressure now and more tension than it was before when you started as football trainer? If you see on the schedule.
Yeah, it's so big difference. Only the last 5-10 years, you can say it's a huge difference, and what to say, the pressure on the body, and also the intensity in the matches, the high speed runs have increased a lot, and also if you see now the big teams, how many matches are they playing? It's so tough for the players, and that's also why the injuries have increased, of course, because the body says stop. If the body is not feeling good, the body also says stop. I have to rest now.
So if fascia treatment is a way of release the tension and the pressure in the body, it would be interesting for professional golf football players to see that maybe that's the way to heal their body faster.
Yeah, two things. First, so you work so you don't have the injuries if you work with the body, and if you have injury, it's also you can come back quicker if you do this treatment.